Hey guys, Matt with the Mad Catter. All right, a few announcements, and I'm going to show you guys some stuff today. I just looked at the first footage from, I don't know if you can see it, I'll probably have to come over here, but the second trail cam that was sent to us by a very generous subscriber. Thank you so much. I actually reviewed the video footage, and it was great, but there's a problem. I think it's a little too far away from Mad Catterville back here. The sensor isn't tripping every time a cat comes, so we missed quite a few. Probably missed, honestly, about 2/3 of the cats that came through last night. So, but we did good. One good one. I just posted the video. Old man showed up. Now he didn't actually go up and eat. But he did walk by. He did look at some of the houses underneath and, moseyed on. But I'm sure he'll be back now. So that's a good thing. But I think I'm going to have to look into trying to find some type of bird feeder stand, with a pole and a platform on top where I can mount the solar panel and then put the trail cam below it and get it a little closer to this area back here. Because for some reason the sensors aren't tripping. So I'm going to try something new tonight. I turned off the side motion sensors on it, so we're just using the main motion sensor. Maybe maybe that'll help it a little bit. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. I may have to actually build a stand for it out of like a 4x4 piece of wood and some 2x4s framed out underneath on the bottom with a little platform on top to mount the solar panel. I may have to build it. I don't know if I can find one. But some other news. Let me turn this around real quick. So this is our screen catio with our 4 soon-to-be released feral cats that have been acclimating for about 8 weeks, probably about 7 weeks now. I think it's next week when they get out. So, again, thanks to a very, very generous subscriber, this catio is going to be moved, and we will have 2 identical to this one. So we will have 2 of these net ones side by side. I'm still going to have to get a curtain for the other side of it, and the tarp that goes on top because our roof does leak here and there. But we will have 2 of these net catios side by side. Which is really going to help with trapping and just give us a little bit more space for the cats. Tom, who is right here, hey buddy, say hi. Yeah, he's not interested. But it'll give him a little bit more room, and then we will use this catio, the gray one, as an emergency catio if somebody needs a place to hold a cat for a few days or a week or something. We will have that space available. Let me turn this back around. So, coming out here, so you can see that trail cam. Where is it? Right here. I think I'm going to have to put that somewhere out here where it's a little bit closer to all of this behind me. If the sensor is having an issue with being tripped, being that far away, and it's, probably 10, 15, maybe 18 feet away. So, we'll have to figure it out. I think one of the other trail cam recorded like 32 clips, and this one recorded like 14, I think. So we're going to have to figure that out and get them synced up to where they're both catching, all the cat activity that comes through. I'll show you this other stuff over here. I'm in the process of getting ready for that net catio, which arrives Friday. But what we are going to do is we are going to place 2 of these in each one. And we're going to take all the tables out. Of course, with the catios that are used for TNR, there will be no cat trees. There will be no tables. There will be nothing for them to get up high, climb, jump around. when they've had surgery, because that's not good. We don't want them busting their stitches. So these little cat houses are destined to go into the two net catios. So and we're probably going to end up using the large litter boxes like that. Even though that little guy right there, we're still going to have to come up with names for them, likes to use it as a bed. So I had a smaller litter box in there, but for 4 cats, it's a lot of work. I was having to come out here 4 times a day and clean the box, and I'm already doing all that stuff inside. So the less work, the better. Work smarter, not harder. So that's kind of the updates. I just wanted to share that with everybody. Pretty excited. It's turning out to be quite amazing out here, and we're going to be able to do some really good stuff. As far as going out every day, it's over the last month, it's become increasingly difficult for me to go out twice a day. So, I've cut it down to basically nighttime. So I think in the future, what we're going to do is I'm going to spend more time here with these cats and doing the Mad Catterville stuff. And I will go out, a few times a week to make sure that the cats have water and take them crunchies and visit with them and film them. But I will make a point, on those times where I go out to do a lot of filming. So that way I have a lot of footage to share with you guys. I'm also going to be speaking to the houses where these cats are congregating and trying to see if I can get those people to agree to keep the tubs of water somewhere where they can fill them up with the hose every other day and make sure that they're clean. And if I can get those 3 houses to do that, one of them I know will do it. The other one I'm pretty sure will do it because they already put out bowls of food. It's that one main 2-story house that I think I'm going to have trouble with. So, I don't know. I'll figure it out and I'll work it out. I may have to go to the house next door and just keep the water on the same property and get those people to, to keep it full and keep it clean if they're willing to do it. But this will also give me more time to trap. So like right now, for the last month, I've just been exhausted every day. By the time I get back from doing the rounds at night, even though I'm rarely going out in the morning, I go out about once or twice a week in the morning now. But every night I go out and I at least take crunchies if I just did the waters, the day before and they're still full. I just take crunchies with me and hand them out. Every 3 or 4 days, I clean those tubs out with a sponge, refill them. But that'll give me more time to trap. I'm just too tired. I can't breathe half the time. I don't know if you guys could tell, but I'm really struggling to breathe. I haven't had my medication again in about 3 weeks. So I just had a phone visit with my doctor yesterday. So she's clearing it all up. And the pharmacy should be, having it delivered in the next couple of days. So, but still, even with the medication, it's getting really difficult. So, it's not just me going out and filming anymore and walking and taking breaks. Now I'm dragging a cart behind me all over the place. And I feel like, if I don't go out and I miss, a session feeding them and checking their waters, that I'm kind of letting them down. So it pushes me to make sure I go all the time. And I'm just kind of getting burned down on it. So I think focusing on this stuff here, getting these other people to agree to, look out for the water situation, I think it will, I think that'll give me free up a little bit of time for me to do some trapping and start getting some of these cats fixed. I really need help though. The cat situation at that 2-story house is out of control. There's about 8 or 9 kittens right now that aren't fixed, that are becoming old enough to start breeding, and that's really going to be a problem. So I got to talk to Kim. I've got to see if there's other people that I can get involved to help, because 1 or 2 weeks in a row with 10 traps out there each night, once one week, once the next week, if we can snatch up all those cats and get them fixed, then that problem's solved. But, you know, me doing 1 or 2 a week, it's not going to make a dent because there's still cats that are going to get pregnant. They're going to have babies. So, but anyway, I thought I would just share all that stuff with you. Pretty excited. Extremely grateful for all of you guys being there. I know this is a very long video, so of me just rambling about stuff, but I just want to share my appreciation for you guys. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to go inside and work on some videos and get some more videos posted today. So that's going to be it for this video. I will see you guys all in the next video, and as always, do something kind for cats.